The Texas congressman is trying to seize Attorney General Eric Holder's paycheck. How and why? Texas Representative Blake Farenthold joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Greta.
Okay, why do you want to seize Attorney General Eric Holder's paycheck, and why do you think you have the authority, and how do you intend to do it?
Well, the number one question I'm asked when I'm out talking to constituents is, what are you doing about President Obama? What are you doing about Eric Holder and all these scandals? And we've got the power of the purse in the Congress. Why don't we pass something that says if you're in contempt of Congress, we don't pay you? This is another way to possibly get Eric Holder to come forward with the Fast and Furious documents we've been asking for years.
Well, how do you combat, let's think hypothetically, the situation, suppose you have a rogue Congress and that you have an Attorney General that's just under siege by a rogue Congress. What are you going to do about that? Allow that Congress to seize every Attorney General's paycheck?
Well, the idea is you've got to be in contempt of Congress, and that's not something we in Congress take lightly. This is a very tightly, it's not just aimed at Eric Holder individually, it's any person who is in contempt of Congress. If you were in contempt of Fox News, you probably wouldn't be getting your paycheck.
I don't know about that. We'll have to check it out. I guess I may test that one. All right, so tell me, do you have any co-sponsors to this?
We do. We have Dr. Desjardins, and we have Mr. Langford from Oklahoma.
Has leadership indicated whether or not they intend to move this forward?
Well, we just introduced it. My idea was we can either do this as a standalone bill, or it's something we could tack on to the appropriations bills as they go through in a couple of weeks or in the next few months. That way, it'll be on something that might actually pass the Senate and the President might sign.
And what do you think Speaker Boehner would think about that?
Well, Speaker Boehner has said with respect to Lois Lerner, she needs to be held responsible, and I think he feels the same way about Eric Holder. He brought the contempt votes against Eric Holder. We've just been unable to get Holder to do anything. The civil contempt is caught in the D.C. court. The criminal contempt went to the Justice Department to be prosecuted, so Holder's not going to prosecute himself. So we've got to come up with some enforcement mechanism, and this is one I think we have the constitutional authority to do.
So in other words, you're trying to sort of amp up the pressure to make the contempt have a little teeth, because in reality is that these contempt allegations, they just sort of languish out in contempt sphere. Nothing ever happens.
Right. And, you know, we've got another contempt coming up with Lerner. This wouldn't affect her because she's already retired, but you know, you could potentially do language to deal with that situation as well. It's not aimed at any individual. It's aimed at pulling some power back to Congress that's been eroded into the executive branch over the years.
Has Attorney General Eric Holder made any attempt to cure that contempt by providing the documents you want?
He is not, and in fact, he's following the typical Obama administration playbook of stonewall and delay whenever either the Government Oversight Reform Committee or the Judiciary Committee that I'm on ask for anything.
Representative, nice to see you. Thank you, sir.
Always a pleasure to be